Hi, Neville here from Guitarist, and today we're looking at a Scott Walker Electro guitar. Scott Walker comes from Santa Cruz in California, and in fact he used to work with Richard Hoover at Santa Cruz Guitars. But after a while he decided to go his own way and make handcrafted electrics, and they're pretty amazing looking things. Everyone is more or less custom ordered, so you can get pretty much anything you want from him. This is a beautiful sonic blue Electro. It's an incredible looking thing. There's so many interesting facets to it that it makes it a very, very interesting guitar. I mean, I love the shape of the horns here. It's really quite radical. I love this almost gothic scratch plate that's made in Italian kind of mock tortoiseshell material. And the truss rod and the rear control cavity plate are both made of that same Italian tortoiseshell material. It's really attractive, it's beautifully done, and there's loads of lovely bits of attention to detail. The bridge is machined out of a solid piece of aluminium and sunk deeply into the body. It's attached from the rear by a couple of large bolts. We'll show you that in a minute. The tuners up the end here are Tone Pro's Kluson style. A couple of smooth string trees there, a little bit like the old Fender Free Flight ones. It's a maple neck with a glued on maple fingerboard. He makes all kinds of material necks, all kinds of material fingerboards, and they can all be ordered specially. I love the way the end of the fingerboard curls like that, a bit like the Gibson used to do on some of their L5s and Super 400s. Very pretty. The pickups are hand wound lipstick tubes. Scott hand winds them himself, and they're really great. They're a single coil style, but they do sound slightly different to Strat or Tele pickups. Speaking of which, in a way there's a combination here of Strat and Tele controls, because as you can see there's only two pots there and a switch. Switch is a three-way, not a five-way. The way it works is the three-way works on this pickup, that one's there, that one's there. In the middle it's those two, like on a Telecaster. This switch here, this control knob here, when you roll it out like that, it blends in this pickup. So wherever you are, you can have a blend of that pickup, very mild or fully blended in. So in this position, you roll it in, you get that kind of position there on a Strat. In that position, you get that position on a Strat. In the middle, you roll it in, you get all three pickups on. There's lots of really good balanced tones here, and you can spend hours working out what sounds best for you. There are two interesting aspects here. This is a buffer switch, and it's not very usable in this scenario here with a short cable going into an amp, but live, if you've got long cables, lots of pedals on your pedal board, especially old style vintage ones, that will help you retain your high end stuff. We didn't use it today, but we did use this. This is a boost switch, and there's a little preamp inside which gives a hefty old boost in there, and it sounds great on clean or dirty. I felt that when you had it out, it's a bit like putting in an EP boost or exotic pedal or something like that. Just gives you a bit more cream to the sound. We used it quite a lot. If I turn the guitar over, there are the bolts, Allen bolts, that hold that bridge firmly in. Look at this beautiful sculpted heel here. 4 bolts here. Scott calls this his nodal neck design. He says that he screws the neck on at the body's nodal point or the neck's nodal point, and it helps with the resonance of the whole guitar, it's said. But it's the way that's sculpted together is really a work of art. Here's the tortoiseshell rear control cavity plate, which again is really a nice touch. If you look at here, there's an old Martin style volute here, and there's YouTube videos of Scott actually handcrafting one of these. It's sped up so you can see it in kind of short time, elapsed time kind of thing, and it's a really pretty touch. It does nothing at all except look great, and beautifully tinted maple neck. Here's the back of the Tone Pro's tuners, and it's just a really tasteful looking guitar. Tasteful in a kind of outlandish way. In my review in Guitarist, I said it reminded me of the old Bigsby guitar that was Fender's inspiration for some of his early designs. It doesn't really, but it evokes that thing because it's busy. There's all these little twists and turns all over it. So I love it. It's a really great looking guitar, and it sounds cool too.
Bye.